Well, welcome there. Hope you all having a good night or having a good day wherever you are in this beautiful planet we call Earth. So, Smackdown just ended, and with the ending, I thought it was okay. But first, we'll start from the start of the show. And this is Aaron J's fan, so sit back and enjoy. So, Smackdown took place in Evansville, Indiana. Right? And the first thing we start off was Miz TV. The Miz came out, had a small, short promo for himself, saying he had a bad day. Then he went on and on, talking about why he had a bad day, and that when somebody is smiling, when you have a bad day and somebody's trying to be positive, he just wanted to punch that person. That's how he felt with Kofi. And then he introduced his friend, John Morrison, who has not been in WWE for 8 or 9 years. So Morrison comes out. He sits down. Miz goes over Morrison's career in WWE, showing everybody on the Tron the video package of Morrison, his amazing moves, his title wins, and tag team title wins at the Miz. When they won twice the tag team titles in their careers as a tag team together, Morrison started to talk and was disappointed in the fans how they turned on the Miz for defending his family, that they weren't there. Well, the Miz apologized, right? Trying to explain his actions. Then New Day came out. Kofi basically said, "You should have just stopped saying it was a bad day." And then Kofi went on and on, and then he lost respect for the Miz. Miz said, "I had respect for you when you were the champion." And then he lost in 6 seconds. And Kofi said, "No, I lost the WWE title in 8 seconds, basically." And after that, there was a match between Kofi and The Miz. John Morrison and Big E were both guest commentary. Morrison was on one side, and Big E was on the other side. During the match, they both got involved, right? On the sides of each side of the Miz and Kofi. While the Miz was outside talking to Big E, Morrison quickly ran up the stairs and did an amazing move taking out Big E. Kofi was distracted, and all of a sudden the Miz snuck in, gave Kofi his finishing move, the skull crushing finale, and the Miz got the win. So overall, this was a good opening match. The segment before in this match went about half an hour, and this will probably future tag team title match between Morrison and The Miz taking on the champions, the New Day, Kofi Kingston, and Big E at some point, probably the Royal Rumble. Next, we have backstage segment of Sonya Deville trying to get Mandy's attention, and Mandy is like, okay, I just have to do something first, right? So Sonya leaves. Mandy all of a sudden pulls out of the box. You didn't see it? Okay. Her match with was up next, right? But before that, Elias had a segment. Just running down every opponent that he's going to face in the Royal Rumble. He may crack some jokes about Brock Lesnar. Eric Rowan one was funny, kind of, explaining his what he has in that, what he has hidden. It can't be any worse than a lot of Bobby Lashley's sex tape. Oh, yes, it can. That's what he basically said. So yeah, I think that's just the hype for the Royal Rumble, but she's not going to win. So after that was Alexa Bliss versus Sonya Mandyrose. Right? They're going at it. Good, decent match. Alexa Bliss had the upper hand near the end. Sudden Heavy Machinery's music hit. It's just after that, Mandy gave cake to Otis. I said, "I'm sorry" on it. Right? So back to the match. Heavy Machinery's music hit. Otis and Tucker came out and see Otis eating the cake. This distracted Alexa Bliss, giving Mandy the win with an old school pin, and Mandy got the win. I don't know when was the last time she or even Sonya Deville got a win, but she got a win. Okay. So next was supposed to be a women's match again. This was supposed to be Lacey Evans taking on Sasha Banks. So Lacey Evans was out, but no Sasha Banks. Bayley was on. All of a sudden, Bayley was showing up in the Jumbotron, talking about why Sasha Banks was not here. Sasha Banks is in a better city than where SmackDown was currently in LA, Los Angeles, which is true. She's doing a rap album with their cousin, Snoop Dogg. And Lacey talked to Mike and basically said, if Sasha's not here, why don't you step up, have a match, Lacey versus Bayley? And Bayley said, no, I'm the champion. I'm not gonna do that. And then obviously upset at Lacey. Lacey went backstage to confront Bayley. Bayley had the upper hand for a bit. And when Bayley was about to leave, Lacey got up and started punching Bayley. She was setting up for the woman's right, but Bayley ducked out of the way, and then all of a sudden, backstage crew broke up the fight, grabbed Lacey, and Bayley carried way out. Okay, so after this, we had a backstage segment, Danielbryan being interviewed. Then where I'm going to go with this. We had a Bray Wyatt Firefly Funhouse earlier in the day talking about love, right? How Danielbryan doesn't have any love, whatever. But the other guy doesn't feel any love. The Fiend doesn't feel love for Danielbryan. And he has hate for Danielbryan, right? Obviously. So we go backstage and Danielbryan is being interviewed by whoever, Sarah Schreiber, I think. Forget, if you might be down below. And all of a sudden, the TV, the monitor behind him, Rambling Rabbit comes on, going behind Bray Wyatt's Fiend's back, telling him the secret to trying to tell the secret how to beat the Fiend. As he's about to tell the Fiend, Bray Wyatt grabs him, says, "Stitches, snitchers need to be, let me guess, snitchers need to be stitched, right?" So you don't see, but you notice her grab his head off and whip it off. But you don't see that, but later on you'll see the head. Alright. Now we have the match between Braun Strowman and Shinsuke Nakamura. This is a non-title match. So obviously Shinsuke Nakamura came out with Cesaro and Sami Zayn. So it was a 3-on-1. The match is going on. Braun Strowman's having the upper hand. When now outside, Sami Zayn was there to distract them. Sami Zayn ran into the ring, and with him distracting the referee, Cesaro pushed Braun into the ring post. This gives Shinsuke Nakamura the upper hand. Come back from commercial, Shinsuke Nakamura still has upper hand. As the match went on, Braun Strowman got the upper hand again. Alright. Cesaro got a steel chair, but the ref saw it. And Cesaro threw it away. Alright. And then Sami Zayn threw an Intercontinental title to Shinsuke. Where Shinsuke is going to go rack Braun Strowman over the head with it. But he missed. And Braun Strowman picked him up for a power slam. 1, 2, 3. So this will probably lead to a future title match, Intercontinental title match. Probably Royal Rumble. About time. I would put the title on Braun. I think it'd be a good idea. Have him have the title for a while. I don't know if the Royal Rumble was the right place, but yeah, I don't think it's a bad idea. The next match is supposed to be the Usos versus Baron Corbin, King Corbin, and Dolph Ziggler. But before that, a couple things before that, you got Sheamus in the dark, right? Saying he needs to get rid of the vermin, and Chad Gable's a vermin. He doesn't like short people. He doesn't like short. Chad Gable's short. And basically said size does matter. This is good. Got to make Sheamus strong as the singles competitor again. He was great with tag team Cesaro, but now let's make him a strong, top-notch heel once again. After that, then before the match between the Usos and King Corbin and Dolph Ziggler. See Danielbryan backstage in the locker room. There's a box there, right? Obviously from Bray Wyatt. You open and see Family Rabbit's decapitated head. One half of the head, you see like not his brain, but like squish and squash and squish, whatever. Okay, as a warning, the Fiend, Bray Wyatt, whatever, is a dangerous man, as we all know. Okay, so first we got Roman Reigns. This is the main event time, but this is a promo first. Roman Reigns comes out, confirms he's in the Royal Rumble, basically says he's going to win the Royal Rumble, and main event WrestleMania for the 5th straight time. Okay, he has to say that, right? Then he goes on talking about how he had people to back him up, but this time he needed family, and his cousins, the Usos, come out. They basically said how he messed with Roman Reigns, you messed with them. I was about to say the catchphrase, King Corbin's music hits. Being carried by the security, along with Ziggler's coming. King Corbin talks trash as usual. And then the match is made. Roman Reigns and King Corbin are going to have a match at the Royal Rumble. They're both going to be in the Royal Rumble. King Corbin confirmed himself to be in the Royal Rumble. But these two are going to have a match in the Royal Rumble. But first, King Corbin and Dolph Ziggler have to take on the Usos. This is a strange part. Roman Reigns went backstage, right? So as the match was going on, King Corbin was on the ground, and one of the Usos was on the turnbuckle. And all of a sudden, the Revival came in to distract the Usos. So, it's got King Corbin to get up to push the Uso down, and Ziggler went around and pushed the other Uso to grab him and pull him down on the apron, right? Revival were like, oh, we didn't do anything, we didn't touch him. As we're going back, Roman Reigns' music hit, and he Superman punched both of the Revival. Hey, this is my problem. Why did Roman Reigns go to the back? Stupid. He should have stayed there. If he was in there cutting a promo before, he should have stayed there for the whole, 25 to the end of the show. 25 minutes to the end of the show. Yeah, but this is wrestling, right? This is wrestling. That sometimes it doesn't make sense. So Roman Reigns goes to the ring. Be by the side of the Usos, obviously. Make sure nothing happens. So the match was going on. All of a sudden, Baron Corbin and one of the Usos was outside. And Roman Reigns was right there. Baron Corbin throws the Uso into Roman Reigns, hurting him, obviously. And this pissed off Roman Reigns. As Baron Corbin was standing there, Roman Reigns speared him, costing the Usos a match. So King Corbin and Dolph Ziggler won the match by DQ. Right? As Roman Reigns wanted to do more damage to King Corbin, all of a sudden, back from his supposed injury, Robert Roode came in and just smashed Roman Reigns. Then he gave him his glorious DDT outside onto the floor. That was great. And Robert Roode was not gone from injury. He was gone because he was suspended for violating the wellness policy. It's just, don't forget that. But they can't say it on TV, obviously. So Roman Reigns got glorious DDT on the floor. One of the Usos got deep six on the floor, which is amazing. The other Uso got super kicked by Dolph Ziggler. I believe it was a super kick. And then they were going to use the announce table, right? Roman Reigns wanted to use it earlier, but obviously he was taken out. So what they did, Robert Roode was trash-talking, was mad at him when he was trash-talking Roman. He's like, you put me on the shelf and I'm back, basically to get revenge. So Robert Roode gave him the spine buster on the announce table. The announce table didn't break. Okay, and Dolph Ziggler got on the announce table. Roman was just laying there, back first on the announce table. And Dolph Ziggler just did elbow drop, breaking the announce table. And, oh yeah, Ziggler hurt himself a bit, but obviously that was going to happen. He did when he elbow dropped him to the announce table. Roman is down, defeated. And as the show goes on to end, as the show was going on, right at the end, they flipped over the announce table onto Roman Reigns. So, this SmackDown was okay in my opinion. There were some things that didn't make sense, like and she kept Roman Reigns out there. The advertised match between Lacey Evans and Sashabanks. I guess it made sense at some point, but we need that match before Royal Rumble. I don't know. It might happen on Royal Rumble. So yeah, overall, good, solid, okay SmackDown. I wouldn't say it's great. So maybe like, okay, overall, I'll just say it's okay SmackDown. Tell me what you think. Comment below, like, and subscribe. Thank you, and have a good night.